Hello once again, everyone, and welcome back to more Fate Grand Order, Lostbelt 3. Unknown class, huh? That doesn't bode well. Oh, I can use other servants again. Cool. Okay, If it's an unknown class, I should use Merlin. And oh yeah, I gave Enkidu a bond grail, so they are no longer bond jailed. And let's see here. Enkidu. Who are some other good single target? Well, I don't know if it's going to be single target or AoE that I need, actually. Let's go to special class. I'll put BB in. BB's always useful. And, I don't think I'll be able to... Nope. Not unless I switch out some craft essences. Let's see here. I'll give you a limited 0. I'll give you... Oops. Whoops. Anyways, I'll give you formal craft and sorry melt, but you're gonna get a 4-star craft essence. You will get a... where is it? I really need to sort these better. You will get a Gonder. Yes? Good? Good. Qin Shi Huang, the Emperor of Qin. Qin Shi Huang, you say? Don't you think that's a little far-fetched? No. Qin Shi Huang is from the BC era. How could he possibly still be alive in 2020? This is a Lostbelt. Anything goes. Well, normally you'd be right, but are you forgetting the Tsar we just recently fought, who'd been living for around 500 years? So is it really such a stretch that a Chinese emperor might have managed to survive over 2,000 years? The Qin Empire had a legal system, standardized units of measurement, paper money. It was very much ahead of its time in many ways. China would go on to see the rise and fall of many other dynasties. But when it comes to making progress as a civilization, such instability is unhelpful. If Qin had remained as the sole power in China, no doubt it would have reached a point where it would easily swallow up neighboring countries, which could, in turn, have sped up humanity's overall progress considerably. Yep, I could easily see that happening if someone like Qin Shi Huang had been able to keep on ruling. In fact, he actually spent a lot of his later years searching for a way to achieve immortality. Qin collapsed due to political instability after Qin Shi Huang's death, right? In which case, if Qin Shi Huang somehow succeeded at becoming immortal in this history, much like how Ivan the Terrible did by becoming a Yaga, it would theoretically be possible for China to skip all of its years of instability and civil war and go straight to modernization. That could definitely explain how they were able to build something so huge along a satellite orbit path. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the sort of thing Qin Shi Huang wanted to build all along. One thing we do know is that this nation has not seen the kind of societal change that typically accompanies scientific progress. The advancement of science inevitably makes authoritarian regimes obsolete past a certain point, but just look at that village. Yeah, they might as well still be stuck in the BC era. Regardless of who this most glorious and majestic heavenly emperor residing in Zhanyang may be, it seems clear that he has no intention of sharing the benefits of all this progress with his citizens. Hang on. Some sort of projectile was just fired from the capital. It's headed in this direction. In fact, it looks like it's going to land right in this village. I can see it from here. It looks like a rocket? Oh, shit. I certainly hope it's not some sort of intercontinental ballistic missile. Oh, that's a benefaction. Oh. Benefaction? Yeah, the most glorious and majestic heavenly emperor uses those grant gifts whenever there's a celebration. We know exactly where it lands, so it's perfectly safe as long as you keep your distance. Why would there be one now, though? Is today some sort of holiday? I don't think so. Then it's not an attack after all? That's a relief, but it still seems like a rough way to send a package. I'm afraid we're not so lucky. I'm seeing vital signs inside that thing, along with a magical energy signal we're all too familiar with. Ugh. That's a master and their servant. No mistake. Ah. If they mean to attack us, we will respond with due force. Oh, come on. You're telling me they're making their way here and that? That does seem like a somewhat less than ideal conveyance. It will no doubt be a rough landing. No problem there. Since it's master traveling with their servant, they can just jump. No, I have to say, the servant can handle the landing. Exactly, Cursor. I knew you'd know how to make effective use of a servant. Here it comes. Everyone brace for impact. As we expected. So that is this Lostbelt's cryptor. That's Akuta Hinako. I see. So China's her territory. Akuta. Looks like you're taking this seriously, Mash. And here I thought I'd find you smirking. I'd never do that. I take no joy whatsoever in fighting you. Then you're even more hopeless than I thought. You're no better than animals who lack a concept of shame. I feel no more animosity toward you than I do a cockroach nest before I exterminate it. Even that is more emotion than you deserve. That's terrible. Yikes. Are you really Akuta Hinako? You're nothing like you were back in Chaldea. Da Vinci. So it's true. You really were killed. You might not believe me, but that body of yours is perfect. You have achieved the realm that humans cannot reach with their meager insight. The true new form that the intelligent aim for. I'm surprised you would make something like that, Leonardo. Humans really are just... No, as long as you're part of Chaldea, that makes you my enemy. You'll have no sympathy from me. Saber, eliminate them. Remove these eyesores from my sight. I should have brought archers. As you wish, Master. Here they come, Senpai. We're about to face Akuta Hinako and her saber. Commencing battle. I fucked up. Ooh, I like the design of her command seals. Okay. Shit. What does that say? Not usable due to poison? Fuck. Okay. Guess I just gotta hope for the best. That's bad. And down goes Enkidu. Okay. BB. Hopefully you can do better. Since you don't have a disadvantage. Oh, they're usable now. Okay. I'm not sure how far I need to actually take this fight, but better safe than sorry. Alright. BB channel. I love BB. She's so cute. Wait, I just remembered. Isn't his Noble Phantasm just debuffs? There was no reason for me to be stalling him. And he just used his extra attack anyways. Alright, again. Wow, she spams pretty well. Yeah, I'm not using it a fourth time. That took longer than it strictly needed to, but at least we did it. Whoops. Oh well. Now I see. No wonder Ophelia and Kadok lost. You're obviously used to fighting with servants. That experience has given you quite an edge. Master, it would be foolish to continue this battle any longer. I suggest we make a temporary retreat. Damn, I really underestimated them. Let's go, Saber. Yes, Master. Okay, sorry about that. I had to go deal with the cat. Okay. Akuta. The enemy has retreated, Master. The battle is over. I'm surprised they gave up so easily. Then again, Akuta always was pretty decisive. No, I'm afraid that we neither dealt her a decisive blow, nor were we able to make her show her hand. If anything, now she knows how strong we truly are. It feels like they put the periods in just random places for them. But she is a lot stronger than she lets on. Yeah, she's a tough opponent. Looks like she wasn't kidding about exterminating us like cockroaches. She only took the direct approach this time because she thought she could wipe us out. This just wasn't the sort of fight she wanted. She'd rather retreat and figure out a strategy that'll let her win without putting in any real effort. Looks like that profile of her saying she was a neat freak was right on the money. So, you went and made a great fool of yourself? We will not laugh at you. Your little show with the Chaldeans was interesting. I blame no one but myself for my disgraceful performance. Still, perhaps now you at least understand the threat these invaders pose, Your Imperial Majesty. Threat? A threat, you say? Why should we feel threatened just because you retreated? Well, since your little display amused us, you may continue it. In fact, you may bring 10 of our puppets with you for the second act. With all due respect, Your Imperial Majesty, if you treat this latest disaster as mere entertainment, we might say the same of you, Akuta. Given the reluctance with which you engage in combat, we can only conclude that this is some sort of game to you. If you are going to fight, then fight to win. There is nothing to be gained by running away before you suffer so much as a single loss. Understood, Your Imperial Majesty. I won't fail again. Good. We look forward to a future showing with a bit more substance to it. Oh, Your Imperial Majesty, you're so bad. Is this your way of punishing poor little Akuta? Is that how it seemed to you, Kominsky? Ko, yeah, and Ska, yeah. We see no sense in punishing her when we do not yet even think of these Chaldeans as our enemy. They may have come here from another world, but that is also true of you and Akuta. Yes, I suppose that's true. If these Chaldeans are here to mount an attack, we would have to suspect you two as their advance guard. Akuta and I came here to pay our respects and offer our services as soon as we arrived, Your Imperial Majesty. But the only thing Chaldea has done since they arrived is cause trouble and mayhem in your territory. Don't you think that sets us apart kind of a lot? Indeed, you have a point. But is that not why Akuta went after them? To scold them for their poor manners? Ha ha ha! You outsiders certainly do care a great deal about etiquette. Okay. Saber and Rider, huh? And 3 unknown guest servants. Interesting. I'll grab an assassin support. Who do I want to use? Shiki will do. And I'm going to use archers. There we go. Actually, I could switch one of these 3 stars out for Emiya, too. There we go. Nice. Ah, crap, I should have put MASH in there for the bond bonus. Oh well. What's Akuta Hinako like? Well, the last version of me wasn't too involved with Team A, so I can't speak from experience. But her record said she was extremely careful in every aspect of her relationships to others. That reminds me. Kadok used to say she had a personal connection to Director Marisbury. Ugh. Really? That's news to me. Then again, I could see her allowing Kadok to believe that. But why would she do that? Probably to keep the kid at arm's length, I'd guess. I wouldn't be shocked to hear she had similar strategies for everyone. My guess is that she was trying to cultivate a very specific image for herself among Team A. Namely, to leave the faintest impression among them, to seem neither too hostile nor too friendly. In other words, a stalwart misanthrope. Well, yeah, basically, but you don't have to be quite so blunt about it, Holmes. True, she did like to keep to herself. She did her best to avoid interacting with anyone. The main thing I remember about her is how quiet she was. I never saw her get upset or even smile. If she wasn't curled up in a corner of her room reading, it was because she was getting new books from the library. I always felt bad about interrupting her. Honestly, I'm pretty sure she wasn't cut out for combat at all, no matter how much aptitude she may have had for being a master. Based strictly on her profile, out of all the cryptors, I thought she might be the only one we could maybe resolve things with peacefully. Well, you couldn't have been more wrong. I'm still getting chills from those icy glares of hers. I've never seen such naked contempt in my life. The only thing that comes close is Koyanskia's glare whenever I'd make a move on her after having too much to drink. True, the Akuta Hinako we just fought was nothing like the quiet girl her profile described. Her sheer hostility was... No, not hostility. It was more like disgust. Either way, I never expected that from her. There is one thing I can remember that might help explain it. It was back when we were all taking a break in the rec room, sometime after Team A had been formed. Kadok was nursing a drink while Beryl cheered him on. Krishtaria and David were arguing about mythology. Pepperoncino was teasing Ophelia with some sort of joke. As usual, Akuta was off reading by herself, refusing to participate in any of the conversations. I'm certain that whenever I looked directly at her, she always had her nose in her book. I'm sure anyone else who had been there would agree with me. But when I happened to catch a glimpse of Akuta's reflection in a glass I was polishing, I realized that wasn't the case at all. She was actually just hiding her face behind the book and was in fact keeping a close watch on each of us. She was so guarded, almost as though she was terrified of something. But by the time I'd turned around to look at her, she had her nose back in her book. She went right back to pretending to read the second she sensed my eyes on her. Well, that's kind of unnerving. Akuta wasn't disinterested in her teammates at all. If anything, I think she was so suspicious about something that she never let her guard down. Unfortunately, I was never able to ask her why she was so afraid of her team. It seemed like a subject I should avoid at all costs. Sounds to me like she was more guarded about people in general than her teammates specifically. Maybe there was something she was trying to keep secret. We still have her background file, along with the results from her selection exam. Maybe we should take another look at it. Want to handle that, Holmes? This sort of thing is what you detective types are all about, right? That and investigating cheating spouses, of course. Unfaithful spouses aside, this sort of thing is indeed where... Is indeed where a true detective shines. By all means, send the data to my workshop. And then the alarm suddenly goes off. Your attention please, I have a Da Vinci warning to make. Zhang Yang just fired another projectile. It doesn't look like this one's aimed at the village. But after calculating its landing point, I found it's coming from the same direction in which Akuta Hinako retreated. And I'm pretty sure that means... reinforcements, right? I think so too. Of course, it'd be suicide to send normal soldiers via rocket, so it's probably carrying weaponry. Akuta's almost certainly going to try and attack us again, so we need to be ready to fight back. Da Vinci, what about summoning more servants? I believe enough time has passed that it should be more than possible to do so. Yep, we're all set there. In fact, I just finished the summoning right now. Since we're going up against an empire that has stood for thousands of years and its emperor, I decided to bring along 3 musketeer rebels. Musketeer rebels? Mordred, the rebel of the Round Table. Sup, guys? Hey, Mo. Spartacus, the liberator of the slave gladiators. Death to all oppressors! And Jinke, the world's foremost expert in assassinating Qin Shi Huang. Wait, what? That's why you brought me here? Yeah, that makes sense. You're trying to take down the Qin Empire, right? And Qin Shi Huang with it, right? You're giving me another chance to kill him, right? Oh, that is great, really. Definitely couldn't have picked anyone better for the job. But what's with the 3 musketeers thing? You know my spirit origin, hell, even my noble phantasm has got to be stronger than ever thanks to the fame and tradition boost, so how come I'm getting treated like I'm a second string? I mean, I don't have any objection to you choosing to summon me, of course. It's just pitiful. Now, we all hate oppressors here. I would be honored to fight by your side in toppling this one, heroic spirit assassin Jinke. Hell yeah, my old man's fought Chaldea a bunch of times too, you know. You said this guy's an emperor? No sweat then. I don't know what back-assward Roman province he rules. Back-assward? That sure is a word. But I'm sure we'll have plenty of chances to off him. Is it just me, or is Spartacus's inability to make sense rubbing off on Mordred? I don't think so. I mean, true, he didn't always make the most sense in Camelot, but he was a huge help to us in London. Well, whatever. I'm just glad that I'll have allies I can count on to help me out this time. Since I finally have another chance to end Qin Shi Huang's life with my own hands, nothing else matters. Exactly. Let us bring this oppressor to justice together. Nobody plays king around me and lives to do it again. Well, at least they should still be more helpful than Qin Wuyang was. So I hate to impose on you guys so soon, but the enemy's wasting no time coming after us. There's a servant headed our way at high speed, along with... Hang on, there's more of them now. This is weird. I'm seeing magical energy signals, but no vital signs. Ah. Foot soldiers? No, I can see they aren't human. Are those puppets? Perhaps some sort of automata? Correct. They may be silent, but they are soldiers nonetheless. Thanks to them, I am finally able to make use of my true skills as a general. Those movements, I did not want to believe it was... Be careful, Saber. It seems they've added to their ranks as well. Hell yeah, they have! I don't know what this Lostbelt shit's about, but this is my battlefield now. Whatever you're trying to pull, you better believe I'm gonna smash it. Well said. From now on, you will need to contend with we 3 musketeers. No, none of that. Shame on you. I guess Sparty really liked that name. Heroic spirits who delight in battle and bloodshed, huh? You make me sick. Make sure to finish them this time, Saber. Don't hold anything back. Very well, Master. Then I shall end this with my secret attack. Oh, jeez. Why do they have so much HP? The heck is with these hiccups? Nope. I wanted to see if there was a way I could heal Fujino. But nope, so I just have to hope she doesn't die. Okay, here we go. 2 HP bars now. How far down do I need to get ya? Really? We're doing that again? We're doing the stupid no voice lines thing again? Ugh. And down goes Nobu. And I am still being expected to fight. Okay. Oh, she doesn't get her lines either? This is so annoying. And down goes his first HP bar. And down goes Fujinon. And I still have to fight. Awesome. He's so pretty. This is gonna take a while whittling him down like this. Down goes Shiki. This is starting to look bad. Oh, I still had that latte. That's right. Okay, looks slightly less bad now. Just slightly. God, that is so annoying! I don't know why it does that. I hope they fix that soon. Fuck. And down goes Emiya. Okay, let's try something here. Oh, fuck. Okay then. If we get to use single target NP again, that'll make things better. There we go, there's a voice line. And that is knocked out quite a bit. There we go. That took way too long. Jesus Christ. And down he goes. 18 turns. Oh shit, another interlude. Curses! I cannot believe that even my leadership is not enough to defeat them. Wearing a mask to boost his leadership capabilities. A level of influence over his forces that borders on a curse. That Saber's true name is the Prince of Lanling, also known as Gao Changgong of the Northern Qi. Saber, stand down. We're going to regroup. But we cannot win this battle after Unova Phantasm failed. We need a wholly new strategy. As you wish, Master. The enemy servant and master have retreated. Looks like we managed to survive again. Are you alright, Cursor? It must be difficult for you to be in combat given your condition. I'm fine. It's just a little fever. That's our master for you. I applaud your mental mettle in not succumbing to this disease. Those soldier robot things turned out to be pretty freaking pathetic, huh? Can't believe this king uses them to fight his wars. I've seen scarier dolls. I thought they were supposed to be weapons. Yeah, I figured they'd never send reinforcements by rocket like that. Obviously, I was wrong. No normal flesh and blood soldiers could have survived the impact, but it's no issue for these things. Would it be possible to collect their remains? I'd like to study them further. At a glance, they look a lot like the same kinds of automata we've fought dozens of times before. I'm interested in their energy source. I think it may shed some light on this world's inner workings. What is it, Navja? Something on your mind? Yes, possibly. I would like to take a look at the remains as well. What do you think? We saw your battle from here as well. You need not bother with a third attempt. Your servant alone is clearly no match for them. I'm afraid not, Your Imperial Majesty. Then we shall provide you with further assistance. Although, these servants are indeed formidable foes. Another 100 or 200 foot soldiers are unlikely to make a difference. What of your Zhang Yu? Lord Zhang Yu? But he's... Indeed, even now he remains one of our most helpful retainers. But it is when facing an unknown enemy that he shines brightest. It would be a waste to keep him confined to Zhanyang under these circumstances, so we shall lend him to you. Make good use of him. I will, Your Imperial Majesty. Such unexpected delight. You are far too kind. Still, sending Zhang Yu out to the front line will require some time to prepare. In the meantime, keep a close eye on Chaldea, and continue to ensure they do not attempt to take any action against our empire. Yes, Your Imperial Majesty. Well, I've never seen Akuta get flustered before. Who knew she had a girlish side to her? That said, I'm surprised you're bringing out Zhang Yu now, Your Imperial Majesty. Don't you think it's time you stopped playing around? What a strange question. Do we appear to be treating this as a game to you, Konanskaya? It's Koyanskaya. If you truly see Chaldea as a threat now, the sensible thing to do would be to wipe them out in a single overwhelming strike. And in your case, Your Imperial Majesty, you could accomplish that merely by lifting your little finger. Yes, we could if we so desired. And yet, you still sent Akuta Hinako out instead. This latest decision may have seemed like you taking things a bit more seriously, but you actually have no reason to believe it will be a decisive blow. Be honest, Your Imperial Majesty. You aren't testing Chaldea. You're testing Akuta Hinako, aren't you? Indeed. We can quite clearly see that the threat the Chaldeans pose stems from being backed into a corner, so to speak. What we have yet to see is how Akuta will behave when she believes she has found a means to defeat them. Still doesn't trust Akuta or me one bit, huh? Well, I guess the king of this Lostbelt wouldn't be a fool, but I can't tell how seriously this whole thing is being taken. It's so much harder to read someone when you can't see their face. That aside, we underestimated these servants. We thought they would be little more than ghosts, but it seems they are quite skilled. Yes, they are. The magecraft they use is very different from the sage arts your empire has cultivated. So there's more to using servants than summoning the souls of decorated heroes and commanding them? The difference between mere necromancy and heroic spirit summoning is that heroic spirits make contracts to serve their masters of their own free will. So, these dead souls lend their strength in response to the existential threat faced by their world. Would you say that is correct, Korean Chihuahua? Yes, exactly, Your Imperial Majesty. And once again, my name is Krayanskaya. What a horrific proposition. To think your world was so perilous it could not even let the dead rest in peace. We would never permit such things to exist in our domain. Those who meet glorious ends would never think to threaten the peace of our world. I'm sure. I doubt something like the counterforce would ever even take root here. We dislike the idea of these guests traipsing about with their ghosts, doing whatever they please. Fortunately, we have heroes sleeping here who are far more ferocious than these mere ghosts. Is that not correct, Captain of the Guard? Indeed, Your Imperial Majesty. Given this potential threat to our nation, I suggest we summon the ones sleeping in Mount Lee. Yes, perhaps you are right. Some basic precautionary measures should suffice. We command that the frozen heroes be awakened. Yes, Your Imperial Majesty. Ooh, does this mean you're finally taking this seriously? So there's Zhang Yu, and I assume at least one of the other heroic spirits, or heroes rather, that they're going to be summoning would be Jin Liang Yu, and then maybe one who's like red hair. Okay, that will be the end for this episode. I'll see you next time.